Hey everyone, Dr. Crank here, and today I have Cal with me to talk to you about part 2 of our Why Does My Dog Itch series. So we are going to be talking about food today. So this big guy here loves food, and so we are going to focus on that as our number 2 reason as to why your dog could be itching. So food is something that a lot of people come in and tell me they've done their own little food testing at home and they've changed their dog's diet, they've done this, they've done that, and they haven't really seen any improvement. But whenever it comes down to it and I start asking some questions, there's usually a flaw in a few things that they've done. One is they haven't really tried long enough and they haven't tried the right diet. So we're going to talk a little bit about what we in the veterinary community can do to kind of change that mindset a little bit and what we can do that's a little bit different than what you can do at home. So some signs of a food allergy that you can see are going to be, of course, itching. Doesn't have to be itching anywhere in particular, can be all over the body, but it is something that we can see them also having some ear infections associated with it. That's not something we normally see with a flea allergy like we talked about in the last video, but it is something that we can see fairly commonly with both food and environmental allergies. So those ear infections can be an all year round kind of a thing, they can come and go, but it is something that they will be shaking their head, scratching their ears, the ears will be nice and red and potentially even a little swollen, painful, things like that. That is something that we can definitely see associated with this particular allergy. It is something as well that we can also see them chewing and licking at their paws. So if you notice your dog laying down, licking their paws, chewing at their nails, anything like that, that could be the sign of an allergy as well. And so what can we do to kind of figure out what's going on and how do we address a food allergy? So we can potentially look at doing some blood testing is what some people would recommend. I'm not a personal really proponent for that because it is something that we've come to find is not near as accurate as some of our other blood tests to look at environmental allergies. So it's not something I automatically jump to, so definitely kind of get some information on that before you go going down that path of exploring that. Yes, it may be easier than a food trial, but it can also be a little less resultant in having accurate results. And so what we want to do is actually a food trial. So a food trial is something that we put your dog on an elimination diet. And so that is something that they are on that diet for 8 to 12 weeks. And it is in general something that we will recommend a prescription-based diet. This is just one of the diets here that we have that we recommend fairly commonly for dogs behind me. It's Purina HA. So the H in the HA stands for hydrolyzed. And so it is a hydrolyzed protein. Basically the protein is broken down so small that the body should not be able to respond to it to mount an allergic reaction to it. So we have come to find out that a lot of the time people will think that grains are something that their dog is allergic to. That's a very bad misconception because it is something that we have come to find that chicken and beef, so the proteins in the food, are actually what we normally see that allergic response being to. So by having that hydrolyzed protein, we're hoping to limit the body's overall reaction to your dog ingesting that. Kind of the same thing for some of what we call our novel protein diets. So the novel protein diets are something that your dog is not really used to seeing. Chicken and beef are 2 of the top ingredients in most dog foods, dog treats, and so we want to get them away from that. And so we do things like rabbit, venison. Those are going to be kind of very uncommon ingredients that your dog hasn't really been exposed to yet, so should not have an overall developed an allergy to. And so it is something that we'll kind of get them on those diets. So what makes it a little bit different than what people are doing whenever they're feeding those over-the-counter foods? They may not be feeding them long enough as well. So we do want to have a food trial that you are actually feeding that dog for 8 to 12 weeks. So that is a pretty good chunk of time that you have to commit to feeding your dog that food and only that food. I know it's a little tempting to give them a treat here or there, give them a bite of off your plate, or even going back to their old dog food that they may have liked a little bit better and just feeding a few kibbles here and there. But it is something that even just the smallest morsel in that protein can actually cause your dog's immune system to flare up and for their body to have a reaction to that actual protein. So making sure that they're being very strict on that diet is very important. And doing it for that 8 to 12 week period allows for those other reactions from those other proteins that they at one point were getting in their diet to pretty much be washed out of their system and allow for their body to kind of reset and see how well they actually respond to simply a change in diet and getting those affected proteins out of their system. And so it is something that, like I said, we try and stick away from going the grain-free route because grains are not really one of the top allergens that we see. Can grain allergies exist? Yes. Are they something we see very commonly? No. So I do not recommend a grain-free diet for your pet, especially to be able to try and eliminate them as far as a food trial goes. So talk to your vet. There are a lot of great options out there. They are a little expensive, but what I always tell my clients is it is something that if you spend the money on the food, it may completely solve your animal's itching problems. They won't have to be on medications for an infected skin, medications for ear infections, anything like that, and have a much more comfortable life. And you can be much more comfortable as well, because we know an itchy dog is a miserable dog, and an itchy dog also can lead to a miserable person because you may not be getting a lot of sleep at night. So it is something that investing in that food, investing in the food trial as far as the money and the time could be very worthwhile to both you and your pet. So that's all we have for today's video on part 2 of our Why Does My Dog Itch series. Be sure that you do like and share this video. We want to have as many people as we can understand why their dog is itching and how it is not normal and that there is something that can be done for it. If you did miss out on part 1 of this video series, click the button here and that'll take you back to that so you can be sure to view that. And if you want to catch part 3 and learn about the environmental factors that your dog can have to cause the itching, click this button here and that'll allow you to subscribe to our channel. We hope you are enjoying these videos. Comment below with any questions, anything that you have done that helps your dog with a food allergy, if you've had to have your dog on a prescription diet, anything like that, and we'd be sure to help answer any questions that you have. And we hope you have a great day.